here we are at the Benny and Jordy podcast.
Balls out.
Balls out, yes. Going to have a bit of a chat today, and this is our first one. So I think we're both sort of excited and shitting ourselves.
Now, just in case anyone gets the wrong idea, when we say balls out, doesn't mean it's going to turn into a porno. I think that'd be a very niche market.
Could happen. I'm not going to say it won't.
Well, your missus is away at the moment, so I'll see what
yeah, my missus is away. You never know what could happen. You know. Jeez, my dog just ran away. But anyway, it's all right.
Peanut butter.
Come here. Daddy loves you.
Has to be smooth.
So basically, we decided to do this a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, yeah. And so basically now it's just going to be us just ranting about shit and talking about
anything and everything.
Everything and anything, yeah. And basically just to see what we're going to, I don't know, might be funny, might not be funny.
Might learn something.
We might learn something. We learned a lot outside having a smoke. Let's just put it that way. We're not going to get into that today, but down the track, you never know your luck out there.
Depending on who shits us, it might come out later.
Yeah,
What or who.
You know what we should do? I reckon what we should do is have a guest in there and bring a guest in.
Yeah.
And then we can basically just kick the shit out of them.
5 rounds, only 2 people walk out. Yeah.
Absolutely,
Mental abuse, not physical.
Winner takes all.
Yeah. Mental punishment.
I think actually I might have something. Okay, I do actually. Just a second. I
fucking love this wall, by the way.
I used to have this wall. I used to have this in my restaurant. So if you can see up just behind you over there, that was the wall that I had in my restaurant. Yes.
Yeah, beautiful.
So that's what I had when I had a restaurant. So when I'm talking about food, because I might owe people money like George. So
I was just about to ask, what is your take on the George he's a fucking snake.
Columbaris.
Columbaris.
My take, pay people what they do for you. I mean, don't get me wrong. The industry itself is. Look, there's a lot of shit that goes along with the industry. I mean, particularly once you start getting in the high end, they don't pay well. They abuse. They use. I mean,
yep.
I come back. My training was hotels and all that sort of stuff, which is fine. But they abuse.
Yep.
And if you're not ready for that abuse, and then back in the day, there was a lot of that going on, and that stigma stayed there.
Yep.
And so he's really one of those guys that sort of, you should have paid your people, man.
Yeah.
It caught up with him now, and so basically now he's going to lose everything because he owes so much money. But it's not just him. You've got like bloody what's his name? Fat Duck guy.
Hessen Blumenthal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He owes for 4.5 mil.
How can you owe that much when one meal costs $600?
Yeah, well there you go. And then
wow.
And this is the thing about it. But if you talk to anybody, they all turn around and go, "Well, he's a lovely guy, lovely food. He makes
Doesn't matter.
You can't screw the people that are actually doing the product for you. And these people, and a lot of them are young people that are sort of look up to this guy.
Yeah.
Get in there. I want to be part of the Fat Duck crew, which is great. And then you abuse this person.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can't do that. It's just not right. But all I can say is one of my mates started his apprenticeship with Columbaris, and just let's put it this way, he cried like a little girl.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, he worked for Gary.
Oh wow.
He started working with Gary. It was the Phoenix.
Phoenix is the one in Richmond, isn't it?
That's the one.
I've never seen anyone in there.
Yep. But it used to be a thriving place back in the day. In my day when I was apprentice and all that sort of stuff. And it was a thriving restaurant. It was a good restaurant down there. And he used to cry his eyes out as an apprentice. Just the shit they used to make him do and that. And but like I say, I think the TV got to him in the sense of he thought it was above and beyond everybody.
Showbiz arsehole.
Yeah, showbiz arsehole. But you could see that. You could see that he wasn't that character when he sort of came in and started, oh yeah, doing all that.
Decadent.
Yeah, and all that crap. And it's just like, well. But like I say, my take is pay your people whatever you owe them, give them the money. And don't screw them. And if I owe anybody any money, fuck off.
That's why we're doing this podcast. We're trying to make amends.
Don't tell them the address, Johnny.
I don't even know where the fuck I am.
Yeah, it's a back cave. You never find us.
It's like 2 hours away from my joint. I don't know where we are. I actually had a conversation with someone. No, sorry, get to the.
No, I've got to just point this out. Our little trophy. So we'll have this little trophy, I reckon, and then. Yeah, if we beat the shit out of you, you get this trophy.
Yeah, very good. And if it's a mental beating, there's what is it, the free healthcare plan or something, so you get 10 visits, and yeah, that'll sort you out. Hopefully, doesn't for a lot of people, but we'll see. We'll get to mental health one day, I'm sure. But yeah. I was just curious about your take on the name is the George Columbaris. Because, I know you're a chef. I was also in the industry as well before I was a mechanic. I've still got some dude who owes me about 20 odd grand in unpaid. Like, he had us on a pay structure. I was working in a drive-through coffee joint in South Melbourne. And Bella Barista, everybody. I'm glad that shit's gone out of business. But he had us on a structure, but it was the wrong structure. Okay. So then did the maths one day and worked out you actually owe me X amount, and then he vanished.
So was that a wage? So was that part of your wage, or?
Yeah, so he had us under. I'm going to forget the right term here, but so if you work at Macca's, for instance, you're under the award. Sorry, so if you work at Macca's, you're under the fast food award. Blah 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 blah. If you work at blah blah blah, you're actually under that award. We're working. At a drive-through coffee joint, he had us under fast food, whereas he should have had us under XYZ. So then me and a couple of employees did the maths, and we worked out, okay, he's fucking us. So I lodged with Fair Work and all that sort of stuff. Then got my mum involved and all that sort of about 20 at the time.
Yeah. And
we had it all set up to do the mediation chat and all that sort of stuff. He never picked up the phone, and he up and vanished.
Jeez. Yeah,
but he was that kind of boss that, he'd bring his four-wheel driving with the jet ski on the back of it. Most of us are struggling to pay rent and all that sort of stuff. Oh, can you wash my jet ski between shifts? No. It's just like, what the fuck? But it's just curious to take, like, the reason I bring this up, I had a conversation with someone the other day. I was like, no, but he had really good restaurants, and I loved him on MasterChef, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, but he's a piece of shit. Like, doesn't matter what he did, he still did that. But I honestly do think he deserves what he's selling his Turak mansion or something. I can't wait to see his statues go up for auction and see how much he gets of them. Yeah. See if anyone wants a George Columbaris statue in their living room.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, you just can't screw people. I mean, he got to the point where he was trying to. He's done this, and I just want him to be honest about it. I've done it. Great. Awesome, my fault, all good, but at least be honest with what you're doing. I mean, don't just sort of turn around and take, but not actually take the responsibility.
Yeah, and he pulled I had no idea that was going on.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Absolute bullshit. I've worked, not stereotyping here, but I did work. I think it's Greek background, but I worked for a couple Greek owners, and I got a literal slap on the wrist one day, because when I was leaving, I got my coffee in a takeaway cup, but I was having my lunch there, and I knew I wasn't going to finish my coffee in time, so I put it in a takeaway cup. Comes up, slaps me on the wrist, and he goes, "Why is that in the takeaway cup?" It's like, what do you mean? He goes, "You're having your lunch, aren't you?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm having my lunch and then I'm going." He goes, "So why don't you have it in a normal cup? That costs 2 cents, blah, 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 blah." Like, he knew exactly what was going in and out of everywhere.
Yeah.
The same as the video shop I worked in. Greek owner knew absolutely everything. Like, it's not a bad stereotype.
Hold on. We're not taking a piss out of Greek people.
No,
here,
we're not. I look Greek. I'm not, but I look Greek. But yeah, it's not a.
No.
It's not a bad stereotype, but it's like, I don't believe it for a second. You could not have that much business going on, and not know what is going on. I don't think. The ins and outs.
Absolutely. I mean, we ran a business. We knew exactly. I mean, my wife was doing all the books, and I was cooking, and she was cooking the books. And she was bad joke. Oh.
Oh no, we've already used it.
We've used it. It was a bad joke. But yeah, no, like as in,
we stole that sample from Voltaire.
Yeah. I don't know if they're Greek or not, but anyway, let's just move on. But yeah, so basically we just sort of, but I knew what was going on, so I knew, and my wife's a stickler, like she's old school, like I always give her shit, I always say to her she's half Aussie, half Crow.
What's Crow?
Croatian.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, and so basically in that sense, she basically she always used to say to me, we've got to paint right, we've got to do this.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I was a bit of playing, just cash money, and we didn't, and this is Buddy, she's just going to join us and be part of the conversation. And
there's no peanut butter, we run out.
Yeah, we ran out.
But there is Vaseline there under the TV, I've noticed.
Hey, he's on tiger, jeez. Wife's not around. Buddy, cover your ears.
It's a small jar.
Cover your ears, buddy. So yeah,
you're efficient. I like it.
Yeah. So, but you've got to pay right, and she was a stickler for that. She was really, and don't get me wrong, I was like, can't do this or this. No, this is what we're paying, and this is what we owe them. And in one way, I'm happy about that because when we left, I paid everybody.
Yeah.
I didn't have anybody chasing me. I didn't have, oh shit, this is going to happen. And don't get me wrong, there was times it was bloody fucking hard.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
It was hard. Like you sort of sit there and go, shit. I've got to make ends meet. I've got electricity. I've got gas. I've got this. I've got that. And you burn out in that sense. On that part of the mental part of that kills you because you're always constantly just you've invested money. You don't want to lose your money. And then we got to for myself, and I'll speak for myself now. We got to the point where. We got to the point where she came in one night, which was hilarious, and it was like one day busy, one day quiet, one day busy, one day quiet, and the bills are just piling. And she came in and she looks at me and she goes, "Oh, I'm done." And I went, "Oh, geez, I didn't do anything wrong, did I?" You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was worried about.
It's like that. We need to talk.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What have I done? And she was burnt out. She was working full time, and then it got to that point, but we didn't screw anybody, and which I'm happy about, and I can stand proud and say, well, I didn't screw any. And like you said, in my 20s, I worked for certain people. I worked for one guy, and this is I'll tell you this story that it was a car washer detailer place, and he ran a fleet. He used to do all the cop cars.
Yeah.
So you know this about as a mechanic.
You'd find a few jobs in there.
Yeah, and we used to do because he was based out in North Melbourne.
Yep.
And we did all the cars for the cops and CFA and all that, which was awesome. I got to drive some awesome cars back in the day. But I was getting paid $300 a week.
Oh, it's brutal. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And every time you'd ask him for a raise, or I wasn't even literally on the books, as they say.
Yeah.
And I worked for that guy for 5 years, and I just shut up and I just kept going. And it's like, and I was hoping back then, I was sort of in that, well, do I become a chef? Do I become a mechanic? What do I do? Or sort of like out of job, and then where do I go? And my old man knew him, so I didn't want to shake the boat because the old man knew him. So I'm sitting here getting paid $300 for what?
That's nuts. Yeah.
And I didn't complain. And in one way, it was my fault. You know what I mean? Like, I actually blame myself for that. Like,
Because you weren't assertive at all?
Yes. Yeah. Because I didn't turn around and go, you know what, this guy's screwing me. Because I was scared. Where do I find my next job? And the younger generation now, fucking good on yous. You fat prick's not paying you. mate, go after him.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Shit, yeah.
He's like you said, the guy's there. Oh, wash my jet ski, mate. While you, but don't touch the 2-cent cup.
I wish that wasn't a true story, but it is.
Come on. But they do that. It's like you sort of sit there and you go, that's just bullshit. Like, you know, you're doing this just to gain from these people that are actually trying to help your business.
Yeah. Without, if you don't have good staff,
you're stuffed.
fucking, what hope do you have?
You're stuffed.
Look after them.
You know, and I see that. I mean, and if you work with good people, they stick around you, they support you, they want to be a part of you, and it's awesome in that sense. So, but like I say, he's done and dusted, and there's a few of them that are going the same way, you know. And but one joke I've got going with a couple of my mates is like, I was open longer than half these pricks anyway, so it was like my mate goes to me, oh, do you love Ramsey? Do you love Ramsey? And I'm like, yeah, he's alright. I go, whatever, mate, it doesn't bother me. And then Ramsey opened up in Melbourne, and he was only there for 6 months.
Shit.
Yeah, it's 6 months, and he closed down. I said, so fucking better than Ramsey, mate. I was a lot longer than Ramsey, you know. Michelin star, whatever, I don't need that.
Speaking of Ramsey, like, I fucking love him. Like, I love his, just what put from a comedic sense, his put downs and, you know, I'm an idiot sandwich, like all that sort of shit. But like that, he is a role model in the best sense of it, like in a good way and a bad way. Like when I was doing my chef's apprenticeship, this is working a little cafe breakfast thing. We only did breakfast and lunch, and family run thing. I'll never work for a family again. This just no, it doesn't work. Like, you can't get paid in food. Like, rent doesn't. I can't take your beautiful meatballs down to the rent office and.
Who the fuck were you working for, man? Seriously, these people.
A piece of shit.
I get it, but it's just like all these people you're working for. It's like, you want to sing Vitch, you pay the.
Yeah, I've had probably some of the worst bosses you could possibly imagine. But this guy thought he was the next Gordon Ramsay. But like, man, you're doing breakfast. You're doing like I pulled the pin. Like, I knew it wasn't for me. Like, I did fuck all in year 12 because I got offered an apprenticeship halfway through it, right?
Yep.
Because I was dish pigging on every weekend through, like, you know, through year 9 to year 12.
Yep.
And then one day the chef, the second chef broke his arm or something, and I've been watching because I love cooking. I loved cooking with mum, all that sort of stuff. The place was a 5-minute walk down the road from our place, and yeah, just I jumped on the I can't remember all the fucking terms, but I jumped on the pass or whatever the fuck it is and started cooking and stuff. And he goes, "What are you doing after school?" I was like, "Oh well, it's Sunday, so I'll be in next week." He goes, No. What are you doing when you finish school? I was like, "Oh, no idea, man. Working here." He goes, "All right, you're going to be a chef." I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm giving you an apprenticeship. I'll get the paperwork, blah, 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 you're in." I was like, "Oh, sweet." I was like, "I'm going to be a fucking chef."
Awesome.
I did nothing in year 12. I shouldn't have passed. I did pass, but I shouldn't have. And as soon as those papers were signed, completely different person. Like, if someone fucks up, by all means, Benny, you fucked up. Here's where you went wrong, blah, 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 let me show you, that kind of thing. But throwing pots and pans at people, like, legitimately throwing pots and pans, it's ridiculous. Like, there is no way to do that. There is no reason to do that. And that's that, you know, it's okay for Ramsey to get pissed off and blah, 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 but when you're in a little shop in Surrey Hills, throwing shit at people, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, but how many like covers would you guys do? I mean, as in, was it a big operation? As in,
it was probably a 80 seat joint, front and back.
Yep.
We'll probably turn tables over twice, I think.
Okay, so you're busy.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, yeah, really busy. And I get the stress of being busy. When you're busy in anything, it's stressful. Like, be it work or home or whatever, business equals stress. But there is no reason to, like, I don't get. That's when I was like, no, fuck this. Like, I could cop the mental abuse. I could cop the name calling, all this sort of shit. The late nights, the fuck all pay, like not getting breaks. Like I got one break there.
Nah, see,
Like,
that's the
fucked.
thing I'm not happy about, and I'll tell you why. And I don't know why we're talking about food, but
Lunch break.
you know, but as in when I was at the what was it, the Grand Hyatt, I got mentally fucked.
Mm.
Not mentally, I broke down.
Yeah, oh, I'm not surprised.
I was working. I was doing like I was doing 6 to 7 days a week.
Yeah.
14-hour shifts. Not
You can't
one
do
break.
Can't do it.
And the irony of all this was, my brother-in-law. He was like he was an executive chef that ran the Novotel.
Yep.
People knew him. The executive at Grand Hyatt knew who he was, but I never used that name to progress myself in the industry. And anyway, I was working, and just the abuse I was copping. There was one bloke, and he just kept going and fucking going and going, and every single day, and he started chucking shit in there that was just, you know, it's uncalled for. You know, you're fucking this person, you're doing this, you're doing that.
Yeah,
And I just went, he's up this, he's going too fucking far.
Yeah.
And I literally, I'll never forget it, one day I was in the commissary, and the commissary was like, you do rolls, sandwiches, canapes, all that crap, so it was all cold larder. And I'm working in there, and he's like, oh, so did you fuck last night, this and the other, and he started fucking going, and oh, you got to work your ass off today, and he just kept going, and I just walked through the door, and I went, holy fuck, this is not going to end.
Yeah.
And he kept going, and I literally, no word of a lie, the tables were, you had one chef one side, one chef on the other. It's probably about a 2.5 metre table, a stainless table. So you're working, I've leapt over the fucking thing, I mean, fucking shit went everywhere, knives, the whole lot. I've leapt over, grabbed him around the neck, and then I literally just went, you know what, I was going to punch him, and I just went, you know what, nah, fuck it, I'm done.
Yep.
Went up, grabbed my shit, took my fucking chef jacket, all that off, took it, and I literally went to, what was it, the train station, Parliament Station, and I sat down. Their work was calling me, Mrs. was calling me, nobody could fucking, I just wouldn't answer. I was just like, nah, I'm not fucking doing this, I can't do this, I'm fucked, I'm drained, I'm over it, fuck this shit, you know what I mean? And my brother-in-law, like, I don't know how it happened. I think my sister rang me, and then I answered the phone. She goes, "Where are you?" I go, "I'm at the station. What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Nah, nothing." And then I did all this, but I'm making a fucking long story too fucking long. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
I'm going to be playing with these buttons. But anyway,
Right.
And then I turned around and he came and picked me up. And I got home, told my missus, and blah, we went through it. And she goes, no, fuck this, we're going to go approach him. I said, no, that's not who I am. She said, no, fuck it, we're just going to tell him, you quit, you're done.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I went in and did all this. And they're like, no, we've got to talk about this. You can't just walk away. And the irony of this was, you still didn't know about my, did they know about my brother? No, they didn't know about my brother-in-law at that point. And the guy the executive chef that took over was a guy that worked on Montenegrin, which is former Yugoslavia. He worked in Belgrade in Serbia.
Yeah.
Right? So he knew how to speak a bit of Wog. And so when we would do, like, say, a big function, he'd be up there having a bit of a laugh with us, and the guys from the commissary would be like, oh, how's he connecting himself with this? And he'd be like, oh, I want you to come up to the sauces and do sauces, and he'd sort of mishmatch me and move me around, and I thought, oh, this is awesome, you know, somebody that executives pull me in, and it's awesome, and it's going to work well, but I just couldn't get out of the fucking commissary.
Yeah.
And then I said to him, I go, it's not you. I go, it's not HR. They were pretty nice to me and all the rest of it. But that prick, I go, you got one guy, there was actually 3 blokes. There was a Maltese guy, John. Sri Lankan guy, I can't remember his name. His, I can't remember what his name. I think it was Peter or something, and an Asian guy. The Asian guy was good. He could chop anything, which was awesome. But he was the biggest arsehole you ever met. Like he was just like evil. Like, you know, when you just met an evil person, and it wasn't him that I went after. I went after that John guy.
Yeah.
Which was fine, and I sort of said, "No, not doing them. I'm coming back." They said to me, "Look, we don't want trouble. Yeah, it's a great height." I said, "Oh, mate, I'm going to put you under the bus now. Fuck it, I want everybody to know what sort of place this is." And then he goes, "Oh, no. He goes, he actually gave me a job at the Park Hyatt."
Oh, shit.
He goes, "No. You go to the Park Hyatt. You go there. You can be the chef there. Go to Park Hyatt. Go to Park Hyatt." I said, "No, I'm not doing it. It's not about that." I go, "I'm not in this industry to get fucking abused like you guys just abused me."
Yeah.
I go, "Fair enough. If it was the old days, in the old days, it was a bit of a hierarchy. Like I worked with, when I first started, I worked with some Germans. They were fucking, I'm 6'2", they were like 6'8", and I was a bit of a mouthy prick back then. I'd pin you up against the wall, fucking slap you upside the head. It was allowed.
Yeah.
But you sort of, that was the industry. We knew that was the industry. But
Yeah.
down the track, that wasn't the industry. The industry started changing slowly, that you couldn't abuse the person. You had to give them their break. Okay, nobody's ever had a break in that place.
Yeah.
We're doing fucking 14 hours, and they used to look at me if I went out to have my fucking break.
Yeah, that's fucked.
I don't need that. And it wasn't like I was getting paid good money. It was like, it wasn't fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know.
Not worth it.
And and then it was funny, but anyway, but prior to that, the guy that ran the commissary, they had an awards night. My brother-in-law won the best executive. No, sorry. Actually, he was the GM at that point. He wasn't the executive. He was a GM. So he was the GM. He won an award for being the GM of the hotel. So he was he was a chef. He started as a chef. Worked into his what do you call it, fucking GM of hotels now.
Yeah.
And so he was in that, and he won this award. His hotel won the award. He had to go accept it. And it was funny because I needed the day off to mind his kids. And the irony, like, well, why is he taking the day off? And and then he's come down and he goes, he knew some chefs that he goes, and him being a smart ass, he's come down to the commissary because I said to him, don't do that, don't tell them who we're related. It was total different surnames and all that. Yeah. He's come down there and he's like, "Oh, have you got this guy Benny working for you?" And the guy's like, "Yeah." And like, now they're all, "Oh, you're a legend, you're this, you're that, whatever you need, sir," sort of thing. And he goes, "Oh, just to give you guys a heads up, he's my brother-in-law." And
some pants were shut.
You would have laughed. The next day I'll walk in there. "Oh, Benny, no, don't worry about that. You can do this here. This is, Benny, don't forget to have your break today." And I'm sitting there laughing my head off going, "That's bullshit." Bro.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean? And it's like, and like I say, good on the kids, good on them, kick ass, get out there. If I owe anybody money, talk to Jordy. I'm not paying no motherfucker.
Look at negative money on.
I'm a poor man. I have to ask for an allowance.
Can you put money in a sentence, please? I'm not aware of it.
No, I've got some jingling in my pocket.
So what got you into comedy?
What got me into comedy? Look, I always used to. I was never the class clown. That was one thing I never was.
Yeah.
But I loved comedy.
Yeah.
I loved I grew up on these guys. Here we go. Where are we? We've got. You know who that is?
I do, but name.
Are You Being Served?
Ah, yeah.
And then you've got like the two Ronnies.
Yeah.
Who else? Benny Hill.
Yeah.
I grew up with that tip bum era.
Yeah.
I loved all that type of comedy back in the day, and it was just, I don't know, I just enjoyed it, and I always said, I can do that. When you sort of go, I can do that. And I never just got to that point where I was like, well, how do I get into it now? It's like, where do you go? What do you do? And then you hear about the open mics, and for me it was like I found a course. So through the course I did that, and that was 2016, and then I sort of went, okay, well, let's start get into that and try it out and all the rest of it, which I did to a point. Then my old man got sick, and I had all these things that I had to do, and then I did the School of Hard Knock Knocks. Wait a minute. School of Hard Knock Knocks. No, I'm kidding. No, I did the School of Hard Knock Knocks, which is awesome. And it's a great little community. You know what I mean? Which is a good community. And then you sort of start doing the rooms.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you know, like your room, you know.
Death or Glory in Chapel Street.
That's it. You know.
Might just need to pull the mic forward a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So I got into it that way. It's sort of like just open micers now, just trying to write some stuff. As Jordy knows, there's times where I'm funny, and there's times where he's like, oh, everybody cringes.
I never fucking said that.
Bit of this, bit of that.
Actually, that's a good point, actually. If you ever meet a comic who says, oh, I don't bomb.
Oh, no.
Full of shit.
I bomb well.
Full of shit. Full of shit.
I drive there and get out of the car, and it's usually, yeah, man, that's the bomb.
I did apartment comedy. Saturday today. Yeah, Saturday today. I did apartment comedy in St Kilda on Thursday. Mm-hmm. Great room, but I'm scared of that place. I've finally tipped the point where I've done more bad shows there, more bad sets than I've done good ones.
The apartment,
yeah. So I walk in there now and it's like, oh fuck, who's in the crowd? Who's the comics? Who's blah blah blah? And I promised myself, okay, if it was mainly comics this week, I'd try all new shit, like all new shit. I wrote some shit on the car ride there.
Yep.
In my head, not obviously writing, but I was like, yeah, that'd work. That'll work. It didn't work. I went out of my way to apologise to Hugh. I was like, thanks for the set, but I'm sorry. He goes, don't be silly, man.
Bloody hell, you could have laughed at him.
No, I got some, like, if you're watching this and you know me, hopefully you know me well enough, like, I'm very critical of myself. I don't think that highly of myself, but like, I know what I've done alright. Mm-hmm. I got some laughs, but it wasn't the quality of laugh I was chasing for what I thought was funny. But Hugh's a fucking gentleman. He's like, nah, man, you did good. Thanks for going down. Like, don't worry about it. I was like, no, I fucking worry about it. Like, someone gives you a spot, you just want to do well. That's all it is. Whether it's open mic or trying new shit or not. But fuck, man, it was tough. Like,
were the punters there, or were?
Yeah, there were punters. But you know, it's a good atmosphere. But you know, you got people playing Jenga up the back. And
yeah, they've got to get rid of their Jenga. Come on, seriously. At least, I don't know, buy that little Jenga, don't buy the fucking Jenga. It's like, the fuck, man?
Not like a construction site falling down or something, but no, it's a great room, it's got a great vibe, but it's just something, I think I'm psyching myself out when I go there. I think I'm actually there this week, but it's just...
Yeah. All right, I'll come down and, wait a minute, I don't know which button it is, we've got to find the button. No, not that one. Yeah, I'll do a bit of that.
Don't do that.
Wait a minute. No, not that one.
Dream sequence.
Yeah, I'll do that one. Do these two. Oh no, but I'll do that.
It's just that thing, like, you psych yourself out sometimes,
yeah,
and that's the... Absolutely. Like, I come from a music background, forms of entertainment, and, you know, you're up there, and a band is a band. You're up there with your mates. You've had your rehearsal that week or the day before or on the day or whatever. You're all on the same page. You know, okay, yeah. We're playing this song, that song. Then we're going to that one, and then if we've got time, we'll do that one or a cover or something. And you're all on the same page.
But it keeps you real too. Yeah, I think like if you bomb, it keeps you real.
Oh, bombing's healthy.
You know, if you get in your own head and go, shit, every fucking gig's awesome.
You fucking deluding, you're not going to go anywhere.
Deluding yourself. Yeah. It's like, there's no way. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I mean, there's guys out there that kill every single night, I suppose. I mean, but I think, you know, if you don't bomb...
You don't learn on it.
You don't learn it. Absolutely, I'll agree with that 100%. And, you know, we're gonna come to that down the track and we'll give them the trophy when we get to that point.
This is like, I don't know about you, but like when I was starting out, like I remember my first bomb, and it still fucks with me today because it was my second ever gig. It was at Gorilla, Gorilla in Glenferrie on Wednesdays, Resistance Bar. Lovely room, I fucking love it. That feels like home to me because that's where I started. But I remember, like, first gig I did, all adrenaline. I got through the bits I wanted to do, and then Paul goes, "You still got 2 minutes." It's like, oh fuck.
How long ago was that?
This would be 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
So I had it all primed in my head. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
Just open mic, and the adrenaline was just crazy. And then 4 minutes melted into 2 minutes. I was like, oh fuck, I got no more material. Okay. And I tried something. I was like, okay, that didn't work. Thanks for having me. And then I got the bug from then. It's like, okay, I actually got up and I said some shit, made people laugh. Okay, maybe I can do this. And I went back the next week or the week after or something like that. Got up there and at that point I'd done maybe 9 years of semi-pro music.
Yep.
Like, my band had a record label, a few albums, a few demos, like gigs once a month or every 2 weeks or something, rehearsal every week, all that sort of stuff, like real deal, sort of like not garage shit. And I got 30 seconds into my second set and I realised it was just this, like, you know, when you wake up in a dream or something and you're naked or something like that. It just felt like that. So I was up there and it just, I had this realisation, like, okay, I'm the only one up here. There's no music. There's no lights, camera, action sort of thing. There's no smoke machine. There's no flashing lights, all that sort of stuff. I've got no bass guitar in front of me. It's just me. And, oh, fuck, that's what my voice sounds like? I don't want to listen to that. Why would any of these fuckers want to listen to that? I did one bit. I was like, right, I'm Jordy, thank you. And I was just like, nah, fuck that. And that still fucks with me today.
Dead set.
Yeah. That was the best lesson I ever had, I reckon. And, like...
Yeah, but you're also, like I said to you, we talked about it before outside and that. You're a straight up guy. There's no fucking bullshit.
I'd like to think so.
You know, you call a spade, and I've said this a couple of times now. But I don't know, that's what I like about you. It's like you're just very, you know when something's right, you know when something's wrong, you know when you bomb, you know when you're good, you know you see all that, and that's healthy, man. I think, as in, you know.
I just don't think there's much point being fake.
Yeah, but
like, if you're a fuckwit and it's uncalled for. Like, I've seen people like that trying to do material, but it turns out to be crowd work, but it borderlines on harassment. Like,
yeah, that's
fuck's
right.
that? That's not right. And then someone's like, "Oh, why aren't you laughing?" Well, tell us a fucking joke, mate. You're at a comedy night. We don't want to...
And what about your jokes? Like, do you sort of reflect on your own stuff that you go through?
Or all my shit's personal based. Okay. Yeah, I can't sit there and be like my stuff isn't drama classy, so to speak. Nothing wrong with drama classy comics. I'm just saying, like, that's not my brain. So I can't be like, "Oh, Benny, imagine if, like, a dragon came through the door to say, how fucking crazy would that be?" Like, that's not me. Like,
no, I can't do that.
Mine's a okay, I got squirted on once and I didn't know what squirting was. Like, that should come with a warning. Like, you know what I mean? I was an apprentice and the chick starts squirting. I'm like, oh fuck, where's my PPE? You know what I mean? It's just like shit like that. Not that all my stuff's sexually based, heavily sexually based, but probably a good name, Balls Out podcast. But no, I can't sit there and be like, well, what if that happened? And then with that happen, like, it'll be, oh fuck, I don't know, like, driving here, I was trying to get out of my street and there's like 6 dudes at the top of my street and they're having a conversation on the road, and 2 utes parked either side of the road. And then I've pulled up, I've slowed down obviously because I'm not that much of a prick, and I've slowed down and I've just given a quick flash to the headlights because I didn't think they saw me. And then one of them just like, and then they turned around and they gave me this stink eye like I told them to get fucked or something. It's like, no, you're in the fucking wrong. That's not a bit, but it's just like, might be one day, I don't fucking know, but like, people are a good inspiration for writing because I don't understand any of you. I
I'm the same way, actually.
Dude, you're having a conversation on the middle of the road. The road is for cars.
Yeah, the logic of it. Yeah. Well, hey, here you go. Last night, and this is what made me laugh. You know, I said to you last week I went shooting.
Yeah.
And anyway, last night I had to go out there again. And I took my gun, and my gun was in the back of the car. And I took the missus' car, and I don't take her car.
Yeah.
And as you saw, you know, she drives a Subaru. I drive a Chrysler. So the
Yeah.
Chrysler's a bit intimidating, which is fine. The Subaru's not that
gangster.
Yeah, the Subaru's not that intimidating. It's got a, you know.
Well, hang on, just one point. So, if you're driving a Chrysler, which isn't all the gangster videos, and you've got a gun in it, you should be doing Aussie hip hop.
I should
Because I don't understand Aussie hip hop when they're going on about like, oh, you know, this is that. No, dude, you're not a gangster. We don't have gangs here. I don't get it.
No, there's none of that here.
No, you should write an album.
But yeah, and I'm driving along. I'm driving her car. Nothing intimidating about the car.
Yeah.
Driving down the street, and I'm an old man driver. That's the way I look at it. I am. I don't. This is the thing. My car's high performance. You know this, but I drive like an old man.
Yeah.
You know, and it might look gangstery because I'm going so slow. But
I'm sure the gold chains in the sleeves have something to do with it. Yeah.
But anyway, I'm driving down. I get to the first roundabout. No problem. Turn to the second roundabout to get to the main road. And out of nowhere, I just get this beeping from behind.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And she's going nuts. And I don't usually jump out of the car. But, you know, I had the wife on bloody, what do you call that? What do you call that? Bloody face-to-face time, whatever it is.
FaceTime,
Yeah, she's in America, so I've got to talk to her and see what she's up to and all the rest.
He was using hands-free.
It was hands-free. No, it's hands-free.
Cops aren't going to watch this. Let's be honest. Yeah.
No, but it was hands-free.
Yeah.
And I set it up beautifully and all the rest. And then, but I lost my shit at that point. You know, I completely forgot that I had guns in the back of the car. Completely, like I'm talking like I was out with the fairies. She just pissed me off so much. This lady's just beeping. And I jump out and she's driving this SS Commodore, which is fine. I walk over.
Oh, wanker spec.
Yeah, you know, all decked out, all the rest of it. I walk over.
Venetians.
And she looks at me, she goes, what the fuck are you doing, cunt? You know, I'm going, what? I'm fucking just trying to turn. I go, stop because there's traffic, you clapped out, bitch. I've looked at her, I go, where the fuck, where do you want me to go? She's like, well, fucking, you had fucking 10 goes, you could have gone out there. I go, no, I didn't. I go, there's bloody traffic. I go, you were rushed to go get some fucking meth or something. For fuck's sake.
She probably was, mate.
She probably was, but it just made me laugh. Like, I don't lose my shit very rarely, but I just wanted to rip this person out of the fucking car. And then she's done the whole, and it made me laugh because we're talking about it at the gun club after that, and she starts videoing me.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there going, fucking video all you fucking like. I don't give a fuck. I'll drag you out of the car for God's sake. It's like, fair enough, I did something wrong. I get it.
We get it. You want to be on YouTube, just settle the fuck down.
Yeah, it's like, that's cool. But if you're not doing anything, I was doing, road rules, I was legit. I didn't do any burnouts, anything stupid. And she's just beeping. I'm like, fuck, what's going on with the world, man? Like, I'm sitting there going,
The world's fucked.
Well, it's all become, everybody's in a rush.
Entitled.
And entitled. That's the thing that pisses me off.
But speaking of filming,
Yeah.
have you noticed, I don't know if this is just me and where I live, but the people with dash cams are usually the worst drivers.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, definitely. But you know what scares me the most? Now, you might know this as, being a mechanic and all that. What about I reckon there's a lot of people driving without insurance.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And not giving a fuck.
No.
And I reckon that's fucked.
Yeah.
You sit there and you pay these, you pay your insurances, you do all the right things, and why should I just not give a fuck?
And someone sideswipes you and you're not, they can't pay. Yeah, no, I agree. It's
I was sitting at a light, this was hilarious, and it was a Merc, and I fucking laughed. I'm sitting at the lights, music's going, I'm in the Chrysler, and I sort of look at the back of me, and I see his Merc coming down, whatever, the light's still red, and all I hear is a ga-dunk.
Oh.
fucking red.
It's like texting.
You know, and then she's like, oh, I've got kids, you know, and they give you this whole spiel.
Yeah, so if you've got kids, you should be driving more carefully.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, just give me your insurance stuff and, you know, sort it out. My car needs a top-to-tape paint job. And,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
No, nothing dodgy here, nothing dodgy here.
And pinstripes. You chip that wheel and in new rims.
Yeah, but it just, yeah, it's become really, really, really amazingly fucked up. And like I said, I didn't even know that I had the guns in the back. Like, and it's not the point that I'm going to use the gun or anything.
No.
But it's like, well, it's fucked because I got so enraged with the stupidity of it all.
Yeah.
That I was having a great day, and then literally I'm driving from my place to the gun club's about an hour drive, and I'm so angry at this stupid fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, well, I don't know.
Well, I don't think there's much worry about you going postal because you got a level head, but
oh no, I could. I reckon I could.
if the right person,
you know, if you ever see me in Chapel Street, this Benny's on the roof. Everybody duck. His set didn't go well.
Is that a scope? Oh shit, Benny, you said no scopes.
No scopes.
Hindsight that shit means more. No, with yeah, fucking the texting while driving thing. I think if you think it's okay to text and drive, then I think it's okay for me to have a little can of Coke in my glove box.
Yeah.
That when I see you texting and driving, you nearly sideswipe me and we're at the lights, I can pull that like a grenade and just throw it in.
Oh, well,
how good would that be?
I've thought about that a few times. But then, you know what worries me about that?
What?
I would do that.
I would do that. I've done it.
But you know what worries me is like, I know me, and what would happen is like I'd do that, and then it would be like, it's hit him in the head. They've lost control.
No, I mean stationary. Just give them something to clean out and think about themselves.
Oh no, that's no fun then.
No, I've had people tailgate me and shit, and I've had like a half-empty bottle of water or something, and you give them the, you know, what are you doing kind of thing.
Yeah.
You pull slightly over, so you're in a rush. I get it. You're late. You think your missus is cheating. You got to get home. Whatever. We've all got our reasons for speeding sometimes, but you give them an opportunity. You give them an out, and then they keep going. And some people think it's fun to tailgate. Just do the old fucking whip the bottle out the window. Biodegradable bottle,
okay.
I think. But I don't know. Just some people fuck. I don't know. It's not fight fire with fire. That's not the idea of it. But it's just like, I don't know. And there's never a cop when you fucking need one. There's always cops when you don't need them.
Yeah.
Like,
but you'll cop it in the end. That's the way I see it. Like, if you did that, they'll turn around and say, well, you're at fault. It's not them. It's you. Well, you know, why did you do it? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I reckon it'd be like the whole, I'm an innocent, and this is what makes me laugh when you watch the news. They're like, I'm innocent, I would never do anything. And then it's like, well, they've known each other for like this many years, and they've done drugs, and they've done this, and you sort of sit there and go, of course.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the people stealing, the going into the houses and doing the home invasions and shit.
Yeah, that shit scares me.
You know, look, it's scary, but like my old man said, God rest his soul, if you don't touch anybody, nobody's going to touch you.
Yeah, agreed.
You know what I mean? It's like, my old man used to say, oh, I've lived in this country for 50 years. Nobody came knocking on my fucking door.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for trouble, you know, then that's a different thing.
But at the same time, though, like, you got people who are opportunistic to be fuckweeds.
Yeah, but I still reckon there's some sort of connection in there. You know what I mean? Like, either somebody of the family knows that person or whatever the case may be. You know, so...
No. Speaking of insurance, where do you stand on, say, like, I've had a few mates who've had run-ins with cyclists. Like, they've ran into the back of them, or they've just come out of nowhere as it coming out and stuff.
Gonna get that straight, keep talking.
Yeah. Oh, no, there's one in.
Use it, sorry.
Like,
Yep.
do you reckon cyclists should be insured?
I reckon they need a rego and insurance.
Yeah, agreed.
Because if you're gonna... Now,
Be on the road.
Be on the road. You need to have all this, like I do too. I think, I could be wrong, but this is my own opinion, so I'm not going to, I'm not going to say yay or nay, but I think you need to have insurance for that. I mean, it's like, how can I put it? I've told you I drive to the hills doing the flower thing. Now, I drive a 12-tonner. Now, when that's fully laden...
That might sound dodgy. You deliver flowers.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's not code name for some sort of recreational substance.
No. Not at all.
That's not how we got the Chrysler.
No, not at all. How did I become a druggie? What the fuck? Guns and drugs and what the...
Benny, you got any of those flowers, bro?
Now I want to kill people off Chapel Street.
This has gone off the rails.
But they go riding up, which I don't mind. Do you think? Do you exercise?
Yeah.
That is fine.
Yeah, just get out of the fucking way.
But, man, you go up that road, if I clip you or, have that courtesy.
Yeah.
And it's like, you got to have, with some of those guys, they go two abreast.
Yeah, that shits me.
Okay? And, which I get, they're scared. Like some of the older guys, they're actually scared, so they actually go two abreast.
So don't fucking do it.
Yeah, but they do it. It's just like, and then
That's why I don't go skydiving. I'm scared of it. I'm not going to fucking do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But, nah, fuck it. Insure. And they should do like the old school, where they used to have the rego number plate thing, like the old...
Well, the way I see it, they're more than happy to have their, tour de fuckwit jerseys on and all that sort of shit. Why can't you have a little patch that has your rego?
You wear a jacket or your top number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get pinged. Fuck it, I get pinged if I was driving on the freeway and speeding or whatever the case may be. Yeah, absolutely. No.
Man, I don't remember the last time I saw a cyclist stop at a red light.
Nah, fuck no. Hell no. You don't see it. Yeah. But also it's like, he gets hit and but he was doing the right thing. Well,
was he?
Yeah, it's like, it's like, nah. I'm not saying they're all pricks. No,
we're not saying that. But
no.
You've got a stigma about you. That's all I'm saying.
But yeah, definitely, man.
It's probably the few who are ruining it for you. But
I'm 47. You wouldn't want to see me fucking in lycra.
Well, this is called balls out. That might be. Maybe we need uniforms for this shit.
Oh Jesus, that'd be a nightmare.
I'm already self-conscious enough. I don't need to wear fucking lycra. But no, I don't get it. I understand. Yeah, exactly what you said. You're trying to get fit, but why are you doing a hobby while people are trying to get to work and?
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. They're just, I don't know. They take the piss. I think
they do to it. Yeah.
It's like privilege.
Yeah.
You said it before. I'm entitled.
You're telling me you can't buy a $5,000 bike, but not pay
whatever
insurance?
We'll make it $20.
Yeah.
You can afford $20.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about it. Oh, but no, I'm not going to do that. And like I say, I don't mind people riding their bike. I don't mind people doing their exercise, doing whatever they're going to do. But fuck, at least respect it, bro.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone? Well, you obviously have in the city.
Yeah.
Do you see some of those people? And they don't give a shit about the pedestrian.
No. And
you're sitting there going, man. I had one, no word of lie, and I'm usually. Well, my wife hates it because I meander. I don't walk, I meander.
You don't walk with a purpose.
No, I just look up in the air and go, "Oh, that's a good building I can shoot from."
That's a good building for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, I'm up there. No, but I was just meandering, and if it wasn't my wife, he would have taken me out.
Fuck.
And she's literally grabbed me, pulled me back, and the guy's like, "You fucking wanker, get off, fucking, that's a bicycle." I was sitting there going, "You're taking the piss, mate."
Yeah.
But what actually made me love my wife goes, "Oh, he could have killed you." Yeah, right, look at me, look at the size of me. That bike would have been mangled, I go.
Yeah, where's your insurance now, buddy?
Yeah,
it's not like getting a new bike. Yeah.
Fuck, but,
I don't get it.
But yeah, so I don't know. We'll give them one of these.
Not saying you're all wankers.
No,
but
not all wankers.
The ones who are doing it at 7:30 while I'm trying to get to work,
Jeez.
taking up an actual car lane.
But it's an expensive bloody hobby, man.
Yeah, but they think it's good for the environment. It's not.
Dogs, they don't do environment. Yeah, my ass.
Oh, I ride because it's good for the environment. It's not. What's your bike made out of?
If
Rubber, steel,
yeah,
and carbon fibre.
there you go.
Nothing natural. Lycra is a man-made product.
There you go.
I don't know the maths on it, but
No, I don't want to do numbers now.
no, fuck that. No,
one to you too.
I haven't done. Oh, fuck. I haven't done maths since year 8, but it's just like, yeah, there's nothing natural about it.
Nah,
Sure, you're using your own physical power of it, but
that's about it. What else is there?
Get off the high horse, I reckon. But
Yeah.
wankers. Fuck it. I'm blanking at you all. You're all wankers.
No, don't do that. Jeez.
What? I don't know many cyclists who have a sense of humour, so I don't think any of them are going to be listening.
Nah, none of them will be listening.
No,
Nah.
because we're not talking about Tour de France or anything like that.
I don't mind the Tour de France.
I like watching the stacks.
You know, watch it. I watch it. Actually, the missus got me onto that. And what made me laugh is when we were over in Europe, we actually watched it during the day, which was, I don't know, in my head was fun because it was like, oh, I'm actually watching it live. I can't sit there and watch the whole thing, but
No.
she actually got me when Cadell won it. You know when that year Cadell won? It was a couple of years ago, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, Cadell Evans, the Australian guy. Blah, blah, yeah. And she followed him for a couple of years. She was watching the Tour de France. She goes, he's going to win. And I fucking don't know. Who's this guy, you know? And the funny thing was, I just kept calling him bloody Freddo Frog because he's got this Freddo Frog looking face. Freddo won yet or what? And she's like, no, stop saying that. And I'm like, well, he looks like Freddo the Frog. But anyway, but he came good, and it was funny because at that point nobody was watching Tour de France.
Okay.
And then he came good, and all the Australians went, well, we're backing him now. You know what I mean? Let's watch the Tour de France. And it's like, well, I don't know. I mean, then everybody started going out buying expensive fucking carbon fibre bikes and shit like that. I don't know. I mean, when I knew a person paid more for their bike than what I paid for my car.
Wow.
I actually turned around and went, fuck. No, not to Chrysler. I had this little. I used to have a little handy van. Do you remember what a handy van is? I love that car.
Yeah.
Oh, that brought back memories. That
Yeah,
car.
they're good.
Little handy van. But anyway, I had this little handy van, and that cost me $1,000. And I knew one of my wife's girlfriends fucking spent like I think $3,000 on a bicycle. I just went, I don't get it.
You can't take the shopping back with you.
I didn't get it. I just went, I don't know why you.
I put that in the same category as the P player who buys like a $800 Civic that puts $1.5 grand plates on it, custom plates on it. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, true. No, I've never done that. Have I? No, I haven't. I'm an old guy, but yeah, let me think.
I don't get the custom plate thing, but I did come up with some. So I've got a 73, 74 Beetle. It hasn't been on the road for a bit, but it will be soon. If any of my mates are listening, they're going to be saying bullshit. But this is the year.
Yeah.
But I looked into custom plates, and I was thinking of getting Bundy, like T Bundy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, T Bundy is available. I'm thinking of getting that for the Beatles to see what happens.
Get it?
I think I will.
I think you get it.
I think I definitely will. It'd turn some heads, probably.
Are you a stock or are you doing something special?
No,
to it?
it's rat rotted. So
nice.
I bought it off someone. It was
Nice.
Just gonna get the fucking thing running. But yeah, it's cool. Matte black. Got a big I got all sorts of shit done to the motor before I got it.
Oh, sweet.
Drove it for a good 2 years, and then apprentice at the time fucked something up, and just haven't had time to fix it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one day.
Oh, I'll get into it and ride it around. Why not?
It is actually collecting dust at the moment, but yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You've got to. Because back in the day, I owned a Pontiac.
Oh. Fuck yeah.
78, Smokey and the Bandit. It actually had... Oh, fuck. Alright, custom plates.
Did you have the Phoenix on it?
It said Bandit. Fuck, I couldn't get away with it. Anyway. No, I didn't have it. It was a Bandit, and we used to run down Chapel back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, and
The old chap lap.
yeah, and Chapel and all that, and but that car was a fucking monster. Like,
Yeah, I can
that
imagine.
thing was fast. Fucking boat,
Yeah.
but fast.
Oh, anything over 1.5 tons
You
feels
know,
like a boat.
And it was just literally do that, float up and down, and people listening, I'm sort of waving my hand up and down. Yeah, so basically, yeah, it was a great car, and then we just sat there, like I reckon for about 3 years. Running, I'll take it for maybe 2 drives a year.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want it to get scratched, didn't want
Yeah.
it to get hit, I didn't want it, whatever the case may be. And yeah, I just sort of went, nah, we've got to get rid of this. It's done, enough's enough.
Fuck.
And we got rid of it, and then I got into bloody 4-wheel drives, and that was getting back to nature. You know what I love about 4-wheel drives? Was that people go, oh, getting back to nature. Fucking, they ripped nature to shreds. Thing was, like, I got mine started out just a basic Nissan Patrol. you know?
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, what do we do? I don't know, 2-inch lift
Yeah.
turned into a 5-inch lift.
Yeah.
5-inch lift turned into 35s. This thing was like, man, we climbed anything with this thing, you know? And, but, yeah, there's no nature there. It's like,
No.
you're looking to...
If you want to do that, buy the fucking lift kit of Prius or something. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So...
Someone will do that soon. I can't wait to see it.
But now it's just, yeah, old man Chrysler. With the guns in the back.
Yeah. I'm not into full driving, never have, but after some of the shit I've seen in some of these forums, like I got invited to a forum from a mate of mine for a piss take. There's a TD42, something like that on Facebook, and it's all dudes who own the patrols, and it's like a help group. Like I'm in one for the Beetle, I'm in for the old Jag that I've got, and all that sort of stuff, and it's actually a wealth of knowledge. Like someone will go through a problem.
Oh, they'll help you out.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
It's
But
awesome.
then there's something about this group where there's maybe one mechanically minded person per 20 participants.
Yeah.
What oil should I put in this? It came out with factory with this. Like, put the factory shit in it. Just because it's 20 years old doesn't mean you mix it up or something. Like, I would never buy one of those things after seeing that group.
Question for you as a mechanic.
Yeah.
Is it bad not to change oil after 4 years?
It's not advised. I guess it depends how many Ks you've done and what sort of driving you've been doing. I mean, I've serviced cars that people haven't touched for 6 or so, and you change the oil and it's not too bad because I only drove it every now and again.
Okay.
But
I had a daily driver 4 years. I didn't change the oil in it.
it depends.
There was the patrol. That thing.
Oh, they're fucked from factory. Like they can't even keep the doors on them. Like,
But what made me laugh was I took the sump plug off
yeah.
to drain it. I was actually trying to sell the thing, And
Well, I wouldn't open with that. I haven't serviced it in 4 years, but it starts.
yeah, well, no, it starts. I mean, it started well, but it was making this tapping noise, and we said, "Oh, well, how do we fix this?" And
Add more oil.
a couple of wogs were sitting around and going, "I don't know, maybe we chuck in a bit of this, and we chuck in a bit of that." Somebody yelled,
I got some cooking oil. Yeah.
olive oil, And somebody sort of turned around and said, "Oh, why don't you just pour what was it? I think it was diesel down the motor, down the guts of the oil to give it a bit of a flush. Turn it over once just to flush everything out.
I've never heard of it.
Well, we did it. But you know what made me?
I'm learning something today. Here we go.
What actually made me laugh? The old guy that I know he's mechanically inclined. Like he's very knowledgeable in that. And I thought, well, I don't know about this. And the guy's like, fuck it. Don't worry about it. Just try it out. I said, no, I still want to sell it. I want to make a bit of money on it.
Yeah.
And then I did it, and it actually worked, which blew my mind. It actually worked. And then changed the oil, ran it for a little bit, changed the oil again.
Oh, yeah, that's smart move.
So we did it we did a couple of times. Like I think it was 3 times that I changed the oil just to flush all the shit out of it.
Yeah.
The tapping noise gone. Started running like a gem again.
So you sold it still?
You know. No. But the funny thing was, I left it in front of the house because I bought the Chrysler.
Yeah.
And this kid kept driving past my house. You ever going to sell that? Nah, mate, fuck off. I reckon this kid asked me maybe 10 times. And that one day I've just gone, you know what, fuck it, I'll see if I can sell it to him. I did alright actually. I walked away alright with that. But it was just funny because I'll go, Dad, starts like a gem, mate. Starts first time around, she'll be right, no worries. Have a crack, son, she'll be right. And she started up, took it for a drive and all the rest of it. And he took it to his old man that's mechanically inclined. His old man goes, fucking the only thing that's worth anything on this car is the bloody tyres and the rims that it's got on there.
Yeah.
So we ruined that car. I mean, that car was... I was
That's why we have roadworthy checks.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, hey, I got my roadworthy check a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well... I was going to take it to the farm and leave it on the farm, but I didn't do that. And then it was like, what do we do with it? Because I wanted to cut the roof off, make it into like flip it over and you could just shoot off the top. And
those things are a fucking box. If you took the roof off it, the thing would probably twist itself.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, mangle and stuff. But yeah, we didn't get to that point.
No, not probably. It would, I think. Fuck that.
Oh, fuck the stuff we did on that car. But yeah, so
it's good having a car you can fuck around with.
That's the thing. I mean, if you're into that, all that sort of stuff, and I mean, and get them on the road, man.
Yeah.
So get some time, do it, kick ass, and get it back on the road.
I've got a week off in a few months. I'll put some time in there.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Good festival time, taking a week off.
Oh yeah, festival's coming up. Yeah. So yeah, we're on an hour. So we'll call that.
That's good for a first episode.
We'll call that for the first one, I think, and then basically we can talk about the festival at our next one and a bit more stuff.
You got any gigs coming up next few weeks?
You
can plug?
Yours, I've got a couple of weeks' time. So
3rd of March, I believe.
3rd of March, down in Chapel Street.
I don't even know what date it is, so if I'm honest, though.
Death of Glory, Tuesday night. Awesome, great place. Not blowing smoke up his ass because I wouldn't do that.
No, you didn't come good with the peanut butter. I'm not expecting smoke. So
I got Vaseline. It's alright. Come to me.
One thing I got told. I'm probably going to mention this guy a few times because he's been a big inspiration in my life. But my dad's best mate Pete. They went to school together, and then Dad was living in Burwood at the time, and this guy moves in next door, and it was him. And they played cricket together, and so they sort of knew each other again, all that sort of shit. We call him the Crazy Scotsman.
Okay.
Rough as guts, like he's got many stories about just headbutting cunts in bars and stuff back home. One of the loveliest, most genuine people you'll ever meet, but he was just that fucked uncle.
Yeah.
Like, who would just give you, like, what sounded like the best advice at the time, but then you look back on it, like 10, 15, he's like, I met him when I was like 12, and he's had a big influence for it to be better or worse, but he gave... I want to whip out some advice here and there that he's told me, but speaking of Vaseline, he pulled me aside one day, he goes, I can't do the accent and just be disrespectful, but he goes, Jordy, my boy, you into women yet? Or into boys? I'm like, no, women. I was 14, I didn't even have my first kiss yet. And he goes, I'll just tell you one thing. I was like, yeah, what's that, Pete? And he goes, if you need lubricant, you're not doing it right. I was like, fuck, what does that mean? I was like, fucking hell. And the other one was, let's do this one, was, remember, if you go out tonight and you're not in bed by 10 o'clock, come home.
Actually, I'm going to add to that. I used to work with this old guy, and I'm just straight up walk. So we're sitting around, and this was when I was working for the car wash place.
Yeah.
And he was an old mechanic, and he goes, "Oh, you got a date tonight?" And I said, "Yeah, you got a date." You know, and it was a big thing. Benny's got a date.
Yeah.
And he goes to me, "Don't forget, hit the boy in the boat."
Please explain.
walking around looking at all the guys going, the fuck's a boy in a boat? What's he talking about?
That is one thing I've noticed actually. Like when you work in like any sort of industry and you're the young bloke in there, the older guys live off your fucking stories.
Oh fuck yeah!
What'd you do last night? Oh yeah, was she good? Did she have a twin? What is it? Like, oh, what happened? I'm like, dude, I went on an actual date. Like, did you fuck her? I'm like, no, I went on a date. Like, oh fuck's wrong with you? Like, they fucking live for it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Oh, but it's awesome. But you get these, but they are funny old cunts. Like actually, the stories you're going to get from these old guys, man, tears sometimes would roll down my eyes. Like, you know, that could be stand up, man.
Yeah,
it's just hilarious shit.
Well, that's the end on this, but that's actually how I got into stand up. I had real bad. I think I've told you this, but I had my first single stint as an adult when I was about 23.
Yep.
Did the old Tinder thing and all that sort of shit, and I kept going to my best mate, Ralphie, being like, dude, this happened to me last night, I need a reality check. He goes, what do you mean? I was like, well, this happened with this girl, and he goes, that's fucking hilarious. That would only happen to you. I was like, is that a thing? He goes, no, it's not. That's good. I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, oh, that should be stand-up one day. And then, anyway, a couple months later and stuff, kept racking up stories, unfortunately. And he goes, yeah, that should be stand-up. So we went down to fucking Gorilla and I signed up.
That's how you did it?
That's how I did it, yeah. Awesome. Never thought about being a comic. Always loved comedy, but that's exactly how it happened. So yeah,
awesome.
I can understand the stories that the old blokes at work tell. So yeah, that is fucking hilarious.
Excellent. All right, well, we'll end on that note. It's the Jordy and
Benny Balls Out
podcast.
We didn't get our balls out though.
No, not yet.
If we get it, we'll start setting targets. If we get X amount of subscribers, we might that's a thing. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll get Lycra on first. We'll sort of move down. We'll sort of go. Well, I got shorts, so we can't do. We'll go Lycra. Yeah, no, you can't go anywhere after Lycra.
I don't want to buy Lycra. I don't want to be that guy who walks into a shop.
No, won't do
Fuck that. I don't want to be associated.
No. But anyway, great, excellent. We're done, and
thank you all for listening.
Thank you guys. Take care. Talk to you soon.
See ya.